Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. This is just going to be kind of another quick little video. I wanted to touch on a subject that is getting really deep to me right now. There's two parts to this. First part, just want you to know how much I love you guys, okay? A group of you have been extremely supportive of me since I started posting these videos, encouraging me, asking me questions, just kind of helping me move on a little bit, and I really appreciate you guys. Second of all, I've been working alongside with a counselor. I've been doing some self-help books and a few other things to try to help me through my healing process because I need time to heal. And it's really hard right now because I'm a full-time dad. I'm working full-time, and finding time for me to get over what happened just really isn't happening. And so I've been seeing a counselor. I've been reading a lot at night when the kids are asleep. Right now I'm reading a book. It's called Forgiving What You Can't Forget. Author's name is Lisa something. I can't pronounce it. I'm not even going to try to butcher it. But I will have it linked down below for Amazon if you guys want to check it out, because it is so far a really, really good book that's been helping me out. In the first chapter, they hit on something that hit hard with me, and I want to extend that on to you. The author, she acknowledged me. She acknowledged what I'm going through. And even though it was just a book, I could feel it, the way she wrote and the way that I heard it, because I was listening to this particular part on Audible. It hit me. It hit me hard. So I want to take this time to let you know that I acknowledge you. I acknowledge your pain. I acknowledge your suffering. I acknowledge the negative feelings you're having. I acknowledge the pain. I acknowledge the anger. I acknowledge the hurt. You are not alone in this world. I am so sorry that the person or the people that have done this to you to make you feel this way cannot acknowledge it. They can't recognize what fault they have. I'm in the same boat, and that's why this part hit hard for me. Because even though I have written her a letter, even though I have told her to her face, even though her family has told her to her face, she has yet to acknowledge what she did was wrong. She has yet to admit and acknowledge what she did to me and what she's doing to the kids. And it's hard because you just want them to see what they are doing to you. Your emotions are valid. What you are feeling is valid. You are a good person who got stuck in a bad place, and I am sorry you are going through that. Just know that if I could be, I would be standing right there next to you. I would hold you in my arms, and I would just explain to you how special you are. Don't let their lack of care destroy you. It's just not worth it. And another part I want to touch on this book, and this is kind of where I really want to make this video because I hope it helps you as much as it's helping me right now, because I'm going through a really tough time, okay? I'm 31 years old, and I'm taking care of my two kids, a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old, by myself. I work at a job that is okay, but it's not a great paying job, doesn't pay a lot of the bills, and I struggle, but it's the reason I do it is because I can take my kids with me. They have a place at my work where they can go and they can just play all day long while I go and work, which is nice. I'm going through the heartbreak of losing a spouse. I am going through the heartbreak and the hurt and the pain and the suffering and the sorrow of having a spouse lie to me, causing this chain reaction. I never wanted this divorce. I never wanted her to leave. I loved her very deeply, and I still do love her even after all that's happened. But as mentioned in the last video, due to certain circumstances, I had to make that decision. I want this divorce. I wanted her out. I wanted to be done with her. But I hurt so bad. I still hurt. She was watching the kids tonight while I finally got a chance to take a breather. And to watch her walk out the door again just brought back a flood of emotions. Brought back the loneliness and the sadness. But it also brought back the anger and the frustration I have with her. And in this book, Forgiving What You Can't Forget, made a good point. One day, I am going to have to forgive her for my sake. Nothing to do with her. She may not even acknowledge the fact that I forgive her. But for me and my healing, I have to be able to forgive her to get over her. And this is where this part of the book really contradicts what you learn in real life. In real life, we're always taught, forgive and forget, forgive and move on, forgive and just be done with it. This is one of those things that I can't, nor am I willing to forget for many reasons. When I forgive her, the negative emotions are going to go with it. I'm not going to look at her and feel bad anymore. I'm going to look at her and I'm going to remember the good. And that's what I'm working on right now. She was my best friend for 9 years. 9 great years. She gave me the opportunity to be married to her for 5 of those 9 years. Yeah, we're a married couple. We had bad days. But during those 9 years, the only thing I want to remember is her laugh and her smile. The days that we played rummy for days on end. Days we went on hikes and went to the park. We had fun. I'll remember the days that we played pool at my house. I remember the first day I kissed her. I'll remember the day that I was able to look into her eyes and see how much she loved me. And I will remember those for a long time, on top of the memories of the day we got married, the day we found out she was pregnant, the joy of going through her pregnancy with her, the birth of our first child, and also of the second. I'll remember our jokes. I'll remember lying in bed with her and just laughing at the dumbest things. I'll remember going to the zoo with her and the kids, to the Grand Canyon, to the Hoover Dam, and many other just random trips we took. Now, a lot of you might be asking, why would I want to keep those memories? One, they're happy memories. In times like this, I need to be able to look back and smile. Another reason that I cannot forget these memories, I have 2 children that one day are going to be very curious, and they're going to ask a lot of questions. What was she like? How did you guys meet? What did we do when we were younger? What kind of places did we visit? What was Mom like? If I forget those memories, how am I supposed to explain that to them? just because me and her are over doesn't mean that they lose a mom. They need to know who she was, and the person I want them to know is that person that I met 9 years ago. Is that person that I married 5 years ago. I want them to be able to imagine her description, or imagine her while I describe her. Be able to see happiness. I don't want them to know the negativity I feel towards her right now. I don't want them to know the anger, the pain, the hurt, or the suffering. I want them to know that even though the marriage is over, I would not have given it up or traded it for anything. I want them to strive for the same happiness and the same joy and the same love that I felt when they are looking for their future spouses. I'll forgive her one day. I will. But I can't forget her. I can't forget her. So like I said, I acknowledge your pain. I acknowledge your suffering. If I could be there with you, I would hug you. I would explain to you and I would tell you how worth it you are. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not worth it. If they don't think you are worth it, it's because they were not worth you. I hope that makes sense. In my head, that might have come out wrong. They were not worthy of you. They weren't good enough for you, because you are good enough. Nobody can tell you you're not. Hold your chin up. Keep going. We are in this together. If you guys have any questions, any comments, any stories, anything you want me to talk about, anything you want me to touch base on, just leave them in the comments. Check out the link below for that book I've been talking about today. I'm going to probably talk about it a little bit. It's a good book so far. As I am healing and overcoming things with her, I am going to be doing a lot more video transitions towards the actual dad aspect of what I'm going to be dealing with, because I'm going from a 2-parent home to a single-parent home, and there's going to be a lot of challenges. There's going to be a lot of excitement and fun, and a lot of interesting things. And I want to capture a lot of that. I want to be able to share my life with you, just so you can kind of see how I'm coping with it. And hopefully, by watching me, you guys will maybe get a few ideas to help you too. There's not a whole lot of single dad videos out there. That's one reason why I really want to do these videos. I want to be there for you, just as many have been there for me through my times. So please, just keep on watching. I know the whole YouTube thing, it's, what is it, hit the bell, hit subscribe, do that whole shebang. Follow me on this journey. It's going to be a very interesting one. I'm not normally this mellow. I'm actually usually pretty crazy. So, if this is your first video, welcome to the series. Thanks, guys.